It always comes to this. More nice shit. It's a bit of a different video today. I'm not going to be talking so much about my tattoos today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about piercings and just general updates, I guess. This could be considered a channel update of some kind, maybe. Obviously, last time I showed off my my red arm. I'm not going to get into that today. I will show off how that healed in the next video. But as I've had another session since, but I'm not going to get into that either. Obviously, I'm always getting tattooed. What's the difference, right? I will say I had too many developments to just do one video this week, even though I'm only getting tattooed once this week. I got my new jewelry order in finally, so I've downsized my labret and philtrum piercings. I think this is a 7mm now. I had this all the way up to, I think, 13 or 14 millimeters at one point. So it's very small in comparison. And this is now a 13mm labret, which is effectively half the size of my my old one. I had a 26mm labret that was trying to be a 27mm labret. I made a whole video on that. So I don't want to get too much into that, but labrets have a dirty habit of trying to stretch themselves when they get bigger, so I wanted to shrink that down a bit. I'm still working on that. I don't know. I think this is probably the smallest I'm going with it. I do have the next size down. I kept all of my jewelry that I used to stretch up along the way, but I didn't know my lips specifications that well when I was stretching up. So I actually had some new pieces made with my actual specifications for the journey down, because I learned so much about the structure of my mouth while I was stretching that the pieces I'm having made now are more formed to my mouth in particular, as opposed to just kind of ordering whatever I can get my hands on when I was stretching up. Not out of impatience or something, but out of just ignorance. You have to learn, sort of, as you're going up. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that. So yeah, that's quite a bit smaller now. I'm pretty happy with the philtrum size. My wife thinks it's maybe a little too small, but I'm happy with how it looks. Same as the labret. The scarring around the sides is a little more visible than it will be once it settles down. One more thing to talk about on piercings. I haven't been doing any piercing related stuff in a while, and I don't plan on. I sat down yesterday after my tattoo appointment. I always have my cheat meal on Monday nights, and I'm eating my fried chicken. It doesn't matter that it was fried chicken, but I'm eating my fried chicken in bed, and I felt something in my right helix, and I look over and touched it, and the jewelry just kind of fell right out. Now, I haven't done anything to my helix piercing in, hell, I don't even know how long I've been finished stretching these. This one's tissue is still real good. I don't take my helix piercings out that often, so for me it was like, other than in the shower, every now and then I'll take them out, but they don't get too dirty very often. I take these ones out to clean them every day, all of the outer ones, but some of these guys I'll leave in. So I haven't taken it out in a while, and this one had thin tissue, but it had thin tissue for a long time. So for example, when this migrated, it was because I had to wear masks all the time, and it pulled my ear forward kind of like that, and yeah, it just kind of forced a rejection or a migration to happen. This was truly out of the blue. I had no idea that was going to happen when it started, or when it came out rather. There was no like pain, there was no discomfort. nothing. It just kind of fell off. So it didn't actually take that much skin with it either. It looks like it did, but it was really just this tiny flap of skin that came off. The reason why it looks like a lot came off is because these were stretched out, obviously. And most of that is actually still thick too. So there must have just been one spot there that thinned out a lot and it just snapped. I wasn't as angry as I thought I would be. There's a couple things to say about that, but like my immediate reaction was kind of like, huh, that's odd. I didn't expect that, but like I wasn't angry. When this one came out, I was real angry. I also felt annoyed because I know damn well it was the masks that did it. I had another one migrating this year, many, many years ago. That was because there wasn't much tissue there, and I was definitely stretching it bigger than I should have. So I'm not saying I've never made mistakes. I'm openly admitting I have. But I expected, even in the moment, I expected to be more annoyed that that happened. Partly because there was no like indication. I had no way of kind of like if I had thought, oh, it's hurting, it's sore, maybe I'll size it down. No, I didn't get any of that precursor. So it just, I guess, just thinned out on its own, and it just pushed out. You know, I like to think that life gives you scars. I have all kinds of scars from piercings. I don't really care. Like, they're fine. But, like, I put a lot of time into stretching my helixes. So the first thing I did was I checked this one, and it's got a lot of tissue still. So I don't know. This ear has always been like that for me. I have a blowout on this ear. I've had 3 piercings reject or migrate now. Yeah, it's just a fucking mess. This ear is not great. For whatever reason, this ear has way better anatomy. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but even to look at, like, this ear is super clean comparatively. The structure of the ear is different. No 2 ears are the same. Not even the same person has 2 matching ears. So, yeah, I think it came at a good time in my life, though, because I've gotten a lot going on with, like, fitness, and I'm doing so much with tattoos and stuff now that I've taken a step away from piercings. I actually haven't done anything with them in, like, a year. I had my nipples pierced last year, but even those I took out because they were lightening my nipples. Odd problem to have. But I just kind of don't really care that much. Like, I've been shrinking some down, and I was fussing with this cheek piercing for a little while. People who watch closely might notice this one was irritated for a while. I've got it taken care of now. I've had a lot of fun with piercings, but I'm at the stage in my life where I don't really have the patience for the nonsense they are. The people who get tattooed and they're like, how do you take care of your tattoos? Or like, what do you do for after all that crap? You got no idea what it's like getting big piercings and taking care of big piercings. Like, they're a nightmare. So, you know, that's the next level. Like, tattoos are really easy for me. Piercings have always been way harder to care for and way more maintenance. And, you know, you can have them going good for a while and then something like that happens. Like, I swear to God, I had a chicken strip hanging out of my mouth, right? And then I just feel a pop, and I go, and that piercing is just kind of hanging out of my ear. So I believe that tragus was 2 gauge. This one's 2 gauge. I think they were the same size. So I know I fly pretty close to the sun. Usually my piercing endeavors were always that, like, especially my ears, this year in particular. That was always just a passion project of mine. Seeing what I can achieve, how far I can push things. So, you know, I end up looking a bit like an alley cat or a stray or something. You know, I've got nicks. I've got one on my nose. I have scars on my lip. I used to have 7 lower lip piercings. I had 3 upper lip piercings. You can still see the indents. Yeah, there's a little tear on my nose here. I've got all scar throughout this whole eyebrow. You know, it's whatever. Life's going to give you some scars. So, somehow I wasn't that upset. I feel like if that had happened last year or the year before, I would have been really annoyed. I was really still invested in stretching piercings and stuff a couple years ago. But now that I've got the fitness stuff going on, and that's kind of taken over for the piercing part of my body mod journey, I've been working on my teeth. So I got them looking decent now. I got the chip in my tooth filled. That was a huge confidence booster. And I just got back from my dentist. I'm getting little fangs put in. Just doing fillings. I may do crowns one day, but they're quite a bit more expensive, and we'll see what we can do with fillings first. So, I've just got too many other things going on. Obviously, I'm busy anyway, but I mean, even with my own body mod endeavors, I plan on splitting my tongue again at some point, hopefully this year. And yeah, just working on my fitness and all the color and black on black and stuff. Like, I don't have a lot of space left for piercings, so for me, it's not like I want to lose all the ones I have already, but the idea of putting any more care or attention into them is that's kind of over for me now. It's all too external. I need something I have to worry about less as I get older. That's going to be there no matter what. And piercings they're more like a dog. I feel like tattoos are more like a cat. You get your tattoos and they mostly take care of themselves. Piercings aren't like that. They need a lot more tender love and care and commitment and maintenance, and I just don't have it in me anymore. So it sounds funny because you're looking at me and it's like, you have tons of piercings, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? It makes sense if you think about it from my standpoint, in that I'm not getting any more of them. I'm just maintaining what I have and barely wanting to do that. So anyway, though I still think they look cool, I'm kind of over it. This is not me saying don't get piercings, or I don't like piercings, or the idea of getting new piercings. I think it had a real long period of my life where I really wanted them, and I certainly don't regret any of them. They were great, but kind of past it now. Not to say that everyone will be one day, don't bother with them. Nothing like that. Just for me, where I'm at, not so much what I want anymore. I am excited to get those fangs, though. I've always loved vampires. Since I've been, getting my teeth sorted out, it'll be a nice little treat. And if I want to get longer fangs, I can have crowns made for that. So anyway, yeah, I'll show that off. It's going to kind of decrease in size. They don't stay, your ear kind of shrinks a little bit, and they are still a little they're frayed from obviously that skin snapping. So they're not going to stay that pointed and obnoxious forever. It does irritate me a little bit right now, but I'll get used to it just like I have all the rest of them. And long term, if they heal up nice like these did, I may just pierce the two splits like I did up here and just leave them small. I like to celebrate the mess rather than pretend it didn't happen and be upset about it. That's a better way to go, I think. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day.